Hello everyone, so today I figured I'd make an update video to a video I did like 2 years ago on magnesium citrate. Now I find it very funny looking back at this video because I was basically under the impression that by simply taking magnesium citrate I was curing all sorts of issues I was dealing with at that time. Now I want to explain the fact that what was really my problem at that time was the fact that my breathing was extremely unbalanced and inefficient. What I want to explain is that the number one most important aspect of all health and any sort of mental or physical issue is breathing. Breathing controls your stress, it controls your immune response, digestion, how you perform in the bedroom, how you exercise, how you deal with social situations, how you present yourself, express yourself, depress yourself. It influences literally everything in life. Now, magnesium citrate is extremely important because, let's face it, I would say on estimate at least 65 to 80% of all Americans are deficient in magnesium, unless of course they are paying conscious and mindful attention to the magnesium within their diet. I want to explain that the number one most important factor for your health as far as consumption is concerned, right after breathing, of course. Breathing is just general, that's the first one, but the second most important thing is the diet that you have and what you're consuming. If you are taking prescription medications, I want you to understand that the solution to any reason why you would take medications, the solution to any kind of medical condition is going to be number one, breathing, and number two, your diet, okay? If you have heart problems, you're going to want to follow doctors like Dr. John McDougall and Dr. Carl Essenstein, I believe is his name. Look up the starch solution, look up the Engine 11 diet, Engine 9, I forgot what that one's called, and look up Dr. Dean Ornish. These are all professional medical doctors, clinical doctors, who have actually adopted a plant-based, high-carbohydrate, low-fat diet. And they've cured all of their patients with this diet. They completely reverse heart disease, they reverse diabetes on this diet, even candida. All sorts of things have been cured with this diet, okay? That is one option for healing your diet and can help you out with any kind of stress you're dealing with as well. And then of course there's other approaches like the autoimmune paleo diet, which I think is great. I'm not really a fan of adhering to a certain label or a religion of diet or something like that. But I want to explain that that's the number one most important thing if you're thinking of like supplementing with magnesium. Okay, you can get magnesium from cocoa powder. Now, dry, unsweetened cocoa powder, it tastes disgusting, but if you consume, I'd say maybe 2 ounces of that a day, you're getting in roughly around 100 milligrams of magnesium or so, as well as antioxidants and all sorts of things. And I prefer, ideally, you go out and you get yourself raw cacao. That provides you plenty of magnesium along with your spinach and your dark leafy greens. Okay, no matter what diet you're on, you want to be consuming a ton of greens. I just got back from an all-you-can-eat salad buffet myself, and I ate like 4 plates of organic greens. That equals to about at least 2 pounds. Okay, but eat the diet that works best for you and make sure you're getting tons of green vegetables because you need chlorophyll. That's the green color that makes the green vegetables green. And chlorophyll, what this does is it oxygenates your body. So first of all, when your body is low in oxygen, what happens is your body tingles, you have a stress response, which is anxiety, and it causes all sorts of malfunctions. And also there's many studies and people, just tons of evidence that has shown and people that have said that disease cannot survive in an oxygen rich environment. And what happens is when people get diseases, their body's in a highly acidic state. Now, I'm not saying this is 100% true, but I am saying no matter what you believe, eating tons of greens does nothing but good for your body. But it also increases the oxygen levels in your body. So you're able to breathe extremely deep into your diaphragm, calm yourself down, heal your body, put your body in a healing state, in a calm state, in an energetic state, in a very balanced state. And that will take care of all the problems I discussed in the magnesium video. But eating these green vegetables will increase the oxygen in your body, which enhances that effect. Okay, now I'm not saying you have to be eating a 100% any kind of diet, but I'm saying you can include a lot of greens. Just strive to eat as many greens as you possibly can. As far as like I said, high carb, low fat diet is how some doctors choose to treat diseases. But if you don't really have a whole lot of diseases, what I would recommend is look into different cultures, like Asian cultures, where their traditional diet is lots of white rice, and they eat little bits of animal products, meats and things, and they see food as medicine. Okay. For me, I eat a little bit of meat here and there now. I've been including more animal products in my diet because I need more calories, and I've been trying to satisfy my digestive needs. A little bit of animal products here and there are alright. If you're going to follow a paleo diet, I still would not recommend a ton of meat. Okay, now I don't want to get too deep into dietary suggestions, so I'm going to cut myself off right there. But I will say that I have tons and tons and tons of videos now on this subject with updated information and knowledge, and a much more deeper understanding and perspective of this entire thing. It doesn't really matter exactly what type of diet you're eating, but make sure you're getting all recommended nutrients in your diet, all of the percentages of these nutrients. Look up on Google, do a Google search for recommended daily intake of nutrients. And then there's a certain website I use, it's nutritiondata.self.com. And you put in, your weight and your age and this and that, and your activity level, and it basically gives you a general estimate based on the government's idea of how much nutrients you should be eating. And that's a good estimate that you should aim for in your diet. Like 5,000 whatever of vitamin A, 5,000 of vitamin D, something of that sort. I take a lot of vitamin D because I know how important it is. They say 400 milligrams. Point is, make sure you're reaching the recommended daily intakes. Now, that's the first thing. Second thing is make sure you pay attention to how you feel eating that and your idea of the food you're eating. Natural foods would be a good idea. Stay away from artificial sweeteners, flavorings, and all these things. And if you have, a bad habit, try to just strive for a better version of that habit. For me, this is an organic energy drink. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, fuck this guy. Now I can't listen to anything he says because he's drinking an energy drink. But I don't really pay too much attention to trends. I try to see what works and what works for me in my own lifestyle, and I go for the desired effect. Now, this is basically just carbonated filtered water with organic cane sugar, which there's no reason why I should be avoiding that. I don't care what people say. They're afraid of sugar, but that's just one of those faulty trends people pay attention to. Organic caffeine from organic green coffee beans and organic guarana seed extract. Now, I'm not one of those people who thinks, oh, just because it's organic means it's healthy for me. But I know what sugar does. I'm not like I know that a fruit or some whole dried sugar cane. I know that or fruit is much different than if I was to just eat plain white sugar. And I know that if I was just to eat regular processed salt, it's going to be much different than if I was to consume some, complete dark mineral salt or Himalayan sea salt. They're all different compositions, and sometimes they may not make that much of a difference, but they make a difference. For instance, the organic cane sugar actually has minerals in it. Same thing with the salt. The darker, more colored the salt, and the same thing, the darker, more colored the sugar, the more minerals are in it. If you get a really dark, raw sugar cane, it's going to have potassium, calcium. Look at coconut sugar. That has tons of potassium. Per tablespoon, it has like 150 milligrams of potassium, as well as magnesium and all sorts of minerals in it. So people need to stop thinking in terms of, it doesn't matter if it's it's fruit and it has all these nutrients and fiber and it comes in nature and this and that. It still turns to sugar in your body. It turns to sugar. People are fucking retarded with this attitude. So don't think in terms of black and white, but make sure you do what works best for you. I'll have you all know that this has been a very long journey for me, and back in that magnesium citrate video, I was dealing with tons of issues and I had no clue what the bottom of the issue was. And I'll tell you, breathing was the biggest. After I learned how to breathe through my diaphragm, everything changed. But at the same time, make sure you're getting plenty of magnesium. Okay, and these people talking about overdosing on magnesium, as long as you're consuming a good type of magnesium, what it's bounded to. Magnesium citrate is citric acid bounded with magnesium. So it can be absorbed because it's bounded to citrate. And the only thing that'll happen is, unless of course you have some sort of kidney problems and this and that, which if you're not on pharmaceutical medications and you're all right, there shouldn't be any problems there. But the magnesium will just go through your intestines and you'll crap it all out. It'll be having a laxative effect. Magnesium taurate, which is magnesium mixed with the amino acid taurine, has an extremely calming effect, and it also is extremely absorbable by your body, and it's supplying taurine, which is actually not too bad for you. Taurine can actually be extremely great all around, but especially for your nervous system. And when it's bound to magnesium, you're getting magnesium and taurine, and together it's bound and creates an extremely calming, balancing effect on your nervous system. Furthermore, I'm extremely knowledgeable in adaptogens, Chinese medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, and holistic, natural Western medicine, which is basically taking herbs and doing different dietary approaches to suit certain conditions. So please subscribe to my channel and check out my newer videos if you haven't already. It's extremely important that you understand diet and like the entire complete body. If you pay attention to these things, then you will cure everything. But you can't just take magnesium citrate and then all your problems are gone. Okay? Extremely important you understand that. So here's to you. Make sure you look at all my newer videos because I have much better information. Thank you.